Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Welcome to my corner of the internet. Welcome to Isabella Banks' YouTube channel, where we discuss all things Harry, Meghan, and their level up journey. My name is Wizzy, and it's so good to see all of you this evening. So sorry I had to push back the live stream a couple of times just because of the sheer amount of content that we have to discuss this evening. And oh my days, where do we begin? Is it this never ending bloody fiasco being perpetrated by Kensington Palace, or is it the dumb British media who have been complicit and are now being exposed for being complicit? Where do we begin? Anyway, I think the best place for us to start is just the beginning, as would be normal. As everyone and his cat are now aware, we received reports that Kate was seen out with William or someone who looked like William over the weekend. At the time, the greatest issue that people had with that report was that it was an old photograph that had been used on the front page of the papers as though it was recent, right? So look to the article on your left, which says Kate outdoors. You can see a context note has been placed underneath it. This is what they do on Twitter when they're trying to give context to whatever anybody on Twitter has posted to ensure that as much accuracy to the post is being given. Right. Okay, that's fine. And we said, fine. If you're going to say she was outdoors and people saw her, fine. But how come we're not seeing the photographs? And then they said, okay, we have photos now. Here you go. These are photographs of Kate being seen over the weekend. And to be honest, when I saw the photos, I honestly didn't think too much of it. I am so conditioned to accepting everything that the British royal family say as though it was facts. So I thought these photos, nah, it's not possible. It is impossible for them to have been caught doing something as egregious as altering historic photographs and for them to attempt a fake video. I thought it was completely impossible. But guess what? As we go through the next slides in this video, you tell me what you think, right? Before I go on, let me say hello to everyone who has joined us, who has made a comment in the comment section. Hello, I believe I'm saying this right, Julianne Monistime. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I am pronouncing it, I think, the way it is spelled. Yala, Judy, Novi, Reba. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Joyce. How you doing? Right. So, my first inkling that something was wrong was when I saw this article from the LA Times. Like, another Kate Middleton sighting, unedited pics, or it didn't happen. I thought, no, this is not possible. This is not possible. The American media are holding the British media to account. This is great, but I don't think that it is possible. I even had some people on Twitter and all over social media fighting back, saying there are no photos because the people that did see her are respecting her privacy. Why is that so difficult to comprehend? So, as I said, so ingrained in my British brain cells is the respect for the monarchy that I didn't even think it was possible for the royals to attempt this again. But the longer we waited for them to provide the video, the louder the complaints about the lack of a video got. I saw the Derangers valiantly fighting for their lives in the comment section all over social media. It wasn't just Twitter, it was TikTok, every place. As a matter of fact, all my social media accounts have been under attack just because they have the Derangers fighting for their principles so hard. That is those of them that are still left, because a lot of them are taking mental health breaks at this point. Oh dear. So I saw a tweet from one of my favorite comedians who got in on the joke. Loch Ness Monster is real. You know, this mysterious monster who they said appears. Everyone says that they've seen him, but no one has any evidence that this monster actually exists. So that's the reference that they're making in this article, and that's the reference he was making. So I laughed about it and I went on about my day. Would you know? The Sun released an exclusive, and I have to tell you, this is my own experience I'm sharing with you. This is my own testimony. When I saw the video, I was like, okay, that's fine. Kate is alive. She's well. This is proof of life. Good enough. I was convinced. As I said, it beats my imagination that they could try anything crazy. Anyway, I have a copy of the video, but as you know, YouTube is fighting everyone who is using video clips. So I no longer share video clips on my channel. But if you want to see the video of actually all the videos that I'm going to reference in this video, in this live stream, I have shared all of them on my Instagram account. The Instagram account, the link to my Instagram account is pinned to the top of this live stream chat. So click it and you can go there and watch the videos I am referencing. Okay. And please follow the page while you are there for any updates that I am going to be sharing. All right, lovely. Now we have a lot to discuss, so let me move at a quick clip. I will look at the comments after I'm done with this story. All right, so Piers Morgan, you know, they bring out the big guns when they're in big trouble. Okay, so even though Piers Morgan is no longer with Talk TV with that huge platform, they still consider Piers Morgan to be big guns, right? So he was sent out to try and defend the royals. But and he tweeted about the situation on Twitter, but Twitter was not having it. So let's have a look at his tweet, shall we? He says, so Piers Morgan said Kate Middleton pick would put an end to those conspiracy theories, and these 9 replies said it best. And what did he say on Twitter? Great to see Kate laughing and joking with William on their shopping trip. She's obviously recovering well. This should end a lot of the conspiracy theories. That's what Piers Morgan said. Right. The first person said they use the same camera they use for UFOs. Another person said the way the royal family are behaving like 2 ex-Love Islanders staging paparazzi shots to spark romance rumors and keep relevancy is sending me. And the third person said went from abdominal surgery to plastic surgery real quick. And the fourth person said, are you honestly saying, with all your fake photo experience at the Daily Mirror, that this is Kate Middleton? You know, that comment actually sent me. I collapsed. And a fifth person said, he's never ever been that close to a shopping trolley. Sixth person said, I've seen clearer pictures of the surface of Pluto from 3 trillion, 3 million, 300 million miles away. The seventh person said, had better picture quality on my 3310 mate. Next person said, I hope Kate's recovering well. Not sure who these 2 people are though. And the last person said, that could be Kate or any other woman with black hair. Such was the reaction that Morgan was later moved to share an update. Update. No one on here believes it's them. It is. So the conspiracy theories have increased. In short, as the author of that article was saying, things, two things modern cameras can't capture. One, UFOs, and the second, Kate Middleton. Woo! Is this Kate? Is it? This is my question. So now, alerted, the Sussex squad accepted the challenge, right? The comparisons of the last photographs that the media claimed were Kate then began in earnest. Look at this face, and then look at the face in the photograph, which under the March 18th photograph. And there's someone on Twitter who said, I can't blame some of you. Look at this face. Just look at that. And then look at the face on the right. Look at the face on the left. Look at the face on the right. To the point that even GB News don't even believe that the person who was said to have been Willie with Kate were actually those two people, William and Kate. You know you've hit rock bottom, right? And completely lost it if GB News is not believing you. I mean, they play for the same team, right? Let's listen to a clip, a very short clip.
After weeks of Kate going missing with her operation not being seen, and then she released the picture that was revealed to have been photoshopped and possibly a composite of several different images. So now they've released a photo of her out at a farm shop, some sort of farm shop or plant center type thing, nursery. Yeah. And people are saying that this isn't Kate. It doesn't look like Kate. I mean, so it's done nothing to quell the speculation and the conspiracy theories. I mean, in fairness, some people have said it doesn't look like her, but they've only had a few days to find a lookalike or weaken Android.
I don't know that they have. There must have been lookalikes making a decent living for the last, 10 or 15 years. I mean, she's been an international celebrity. There must be high-grade lookalikes. You could have got to a farm shop in Windsor.
I have to say, because I don't buy into any of this conspiracy stuff. I don't believe she's been on the moon. I do think she's still alive. But I don't know if they've specifically chosen a particularly bad photograph to help feed this conspiracy. But that does not look anything like Kate. And I'm starting to think that doesn't look anything like William either.
I mean, it doesn't just not look like in a sort of, you can see how they might have thought it, but it looked quite defiantly unlike her. Yeah, like quite pointedly unlike her.
All right, so I'm not going to play the entire clip. You can find the entire clip on my Instagram page. The link is at the top of the chat. If you're just joining us, go ahead to sign up to the page while you're there. Have a listen. It is ridiculously funny. It is ridiculously funny to the point that to have even GB News, right, coming out to say quite plainly, we don't believe that is Kate. This matter has trended for so long that even Dan Wootton, who is trying to re-establish himself as a journalist, rebel journalist, on his way back in, without a platform, he had something to say about all of this. Just look at this. Astonishing details behind the Sun's picture of Catherine. I'm told a member of the public sold it to the agency Southwest News. The Sun paid over £200,000 in a deal signed off by CEO Rebecca Brooks. Kensington Palace likely agreed not to complain. Can I remind you that we're talking about Rebecca Brooks, who was engulfed in, I didn't even realize until now, because it's kept very quiet, that she is the CEO of The Sun. No wonder they're so full of rubbish. She is the CEO of The Sun, and The Sun and she was engulfed in the phone hacking of News of the World. So it's amazing to me that she is here being exposed for having engaged in a bidding war for this photograph, or so they say. So they say. All right. So the result of all of this at this stage is that even the most hardcore derangers are literally losing the will to live. Let me read you this exchange. So you guys may have heard of, according to Taz, she is one of the most deranged derangers, right? And she says, I just can't anymore. The public and media wanted to see her. They got a pap photo. It's not her. We want an official photo. It's not her. It's photoshopped. It's an old photo. It's fake. They get video footage of Catherine walking with William. It's not her. It's a body double. Sorry, but and this is someone, she was having an argument with someone when she was trying to complain about her, and then the person was reminding her of all the times she has engaged in similar discussions or similar comments about Meghan. So this is the on the right hand side, you have her comments that she made about Meghan. Sorry, it is biologically impossible to bend down with a baby bump that big in stilettos, completely unaided and knees together. Before any Megbot slate me, prove otherwise. Get a video of someone as heavily pregnant as Meghan in 6-inch heels to prove it. And another comment she made is, I honestly have no clue. I truly believe she wore a moon bump and wasn't pregnant. I also believe Archie is definitely Harry's. So he either got someone pregnant or they used IVF with a surrogate. I do not think they have Archie with them for whatever reason, in my opinion. Even her can't cope anymore. And with all of the time that all of this was happening, they are complaining about the comments that people are making about Kate, about the public not letting this go. They even took the fight to Shola, and she had this to say: Get thee behind me, Satan. You want to afford Kate privacy, you didn't afford Meghan. You want to show Kate kindness, you didn't show Meghan. You want to give Kate benefit of doubt, you didn't give Meghan. Leave Kate alone, she's had surgery, you shout. But you didn't leave Meghan alone when she was suicidal and lost her baby. You blood-sucking, soulless dementors won't treat both women equally and fairly. We know why. And another Twitter user said, bless King Charles' cold heart. The Queen would have hurried and stopped the public from seeing William's incompetence in full view for the sake of the monarchy. Charles has no such qualms as a parent or monarch. He's letting William cook. And that is absolutely true. Why hasn't Charles stepped into this debacle? Why hasn't he attempted to help William sort this out? It seems to me he is even trying to distance himself from William's mishaps. All right, let's look at more deranged behavior, okay? Because the situation is so bad that the most hardcore supporters are withdrawing their support from William and Kate. Look at Kate Arms. If you're on Twitter, she is, if she is not the head deranger, she should be the deputy head deranger, okay? And she is saying, making a comment over the video, right? And said they should have made this the Christmas card. The tinsel in the background adds a festive touch. And one of the Deranger supporters says to her, you have jokes, Karen. You were so in love with Kate and William, and they could never do anything wrong. You were even quoted in a tabloid. So what happened? Kate Arms said, I realized that William in his rivalry was lowering himself and is not ready to be king. I see how King Charles and Queen Camilla hold the monarchy together. I support them. See that? I support them. Oh, wow. And let me tell you, the jokes have been aplenty. Here, this is Dublin Airport on Twitter saying, great to see passengers looking so healthy and happy and relaxed this morning. What about this one? Squaddies, when I say it's truly above us, I mean that. This is Merriam-Webster, also referencing William and Kate. And of course, you know, when you have such a situation, if you say you're too ill to work, then how come you are well enough to go into the farmer's market? Why can't Kate return to work, right? So this person says too unwell to attend an event on Saturday, but they're claiming that she's out power working, carrying her bags and shopping on Sunday. What is really going on? And let's not forget that The Sun published this article saying that Kate Middleton will be honored at St. Patrick's Day parade with 3 cheers as she continues to recover from surgery. Do you know what this reminds me of? This particular situation with the military, right? And the St. Patrick's Day. You know, when you call off sick from work and then you forget and you go to a nightclub and you see your boss, or not even a nightclub, you go and you do something like you go on holiday and you forget yourself and post a picture of you on holiday on your social media and your boss sees it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dumberandumber.com. Oh dear. Oh my days. Right? All right. Let me look at your comments. And Reba says that is not Kate unless she has had facial reconstruction surgery. Hi, Kathy. Hi. How you doing? The hatred for Meghan has blinded these people. Absolutely. Marsha says their worst mistake was to have piqued the interest of the American media. US news sources will not let go of this juicy bone until everything and everyone is exposed. Ha! Bring on the mess. I love it. I love that ha in the middle. Kathy says, so your IG vids, Wizzy. Thank you. If you're you can use this time where I'm taking a break and going through the comments to have a look at the videos posted on my IG. The link to my IG is at the top of the chat. The videos I have referenced so far are on there. You can go there and have a look through. All right. Hi, Marcia. Hi. Good to see you today. Hi, NC. How you doing? Hi, Sharon. And Cal Miller is sipping her tea and laughing at Diana Thompson. Absolutely. She's even, I never imagined that a time will come when she would look good, and she's actually looking sane at the moment. Like, seriously. And Reba says, Judy, that was Charles's son. Diana switched off her look. William is a total disgrace. Absolutely agree. Couldn't agree more. All right. Now, what was the next stage of this mess? The next stage of this mess was that they started to dig into the identity of the person who took the video and sold it to the Sun, right? So this person on Twitter says, so the bystander who shot the Windsor Farm footage is a film producer called Nelson Silva. What's the bet? He paid Kate and William lookalikes for a publicity stunt, then sold it to the highest bidder. Meanwhile, the media are realizing they've been had. Hashtag royal announcement, right? And then she put his profile on the screen, along with a screenshot of the photo, which has had community notes slapped on it to let people know that Nelson Silver she's referring to is not the person who recorded the Princess of Wales leaving the Windsor Farm shop, because he has denied it. Okay. Because this person said, this is not the Nelson Silver who took the video of Kate and William. I reached out to him over LinkedIn. We messaged, and while he wishes that he had taken the video, he did not. He's a very nice guy. You would think it would end there. Nope. Breaking. Farm witness Nelson Silver disowns video after lookalike named as Gabriella Monroe Dunkley. He's asked MSM to remove his name, although TMZ are refusing as they paid him for the fake video. Nelson was packed up waiting for a Facebook marketplace seller. Hashtag where is Kate? Oh my God. Even third graders could do better. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing to see the level of intelligence being displayed by the Kensington Palace comms team. Harry and Meghan could never. They could never. I don't care who gets hurt by hearing this being said, but Harry and Meghan could never. What did I say? They could never assume that people were so dumb that they would accept those photographs or videos as being real. Anyway, so at this point, if you're new to the channel, I extend a warm welcome to you. While you're here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And if you've visited before but you haven't subscribed, what's holding you back? Come on. Join our community by subscribing now. As you know, our online advocacy for Harry and Meghan relies heavily on numbers. It's like a modern day David and Goliath situation, but with more support. Through subscriptions, likes, and comments, we can amplify our message even further. To those who have already subscribed, a heartfelt thank you. I encourage you to give the video a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you're not sure what to say, feel free to drop an emoji of your choice. If recent events at Kensington Palace have left you in as much shock as they have left me, expressing that with a shocked emoji is completely understandable. Before I go on, let me look at your comments. Marsha says it's all a stunt. Let's not forget about Kate's picture with Richard Branson and the rumors of her and Andrew and allegedly be on the E-lists. Love that abbreviation. I'll be using that from now on. Stolen that from you, Marsha. Right after these allegations came out, Kate went missing. Absolutely. In conclusion, before we had a moment to even get over the shock, here comes the UK Guardian Observer flagging another fake Middleton photograph. It says the UK Guardian Observer flags another fake Kate Middleton photo. The photo taken by Kate at Balmoral and released to mark the late Queen's 97th birthday had the same manipulations and alterations, okay? This point out all the alterations, or at least some of them that we can see. So I'm not going to waste your time and energy because there's another photo on here which lists them all out. So let's skip to that one. But of course, because of the current situation, every reasonable thinking news outlet now questions everything. Even people who are interviewing all the royal rota, the reporters. At this point, anyone from the UK is being questioned on anything that they say, and they're finding out how it feels to be in that position that they put Harry and Meghan in so long ago. Okay. So what I found funny is this one, right? So this is from Getty Images. And this is from someone on Twitter saying that Getty Images has issued an editor's note confirming that a second photo of the Queen and some of her grandchildren taken at Balmoral by the Princess of Wales and issued by Kensington Palace has been digitally enhanced at source. But that's not the trip. The trip is the details of the editor's note. Okay, yeah. So it just says all publications must be approved for image editorial use only. Image must not be used after December the 31st, 2023 without prior approval from Buckingham Palace. No sales. So this is the extent they go to protect their content. Whereas the photograph that they're protecting with all of this English is fake. Amazing. Right. This is the one I was referring to. Okay. So Sky News also reported on the same thing. Look at all the alterations that were made on the photograph. Did you hear my voice go an octave higher? Just from the level of it's almost very stressful. It's very stressful to see the amount of alteration that have been on images that we have taken to represent fact. Anyway, this is where we are at the moment with that. And Dan Wooten, he is chomping at the bit, trying to insert himself into the ongoing narrative. Because you have him going on to interview Samantha Markle, right? So Dan Wooten says royal exclusive Samantha Markle will ask Princess Catherine to submit a deposition as her legal fight against Meghan moves to 11th Circuit Court, and her lawyer, Trump's best friend, confirms the late Queen branded the Duchess of Sussex evil. Okay, so this person then says, if thinking, how does Sammy Markle afford the same lawyer as Donald Trump? Answer, easy as right-wing secretive heritage foundation. Who wants Harry's visa details has same lawyers as Trump and close links to Tufton Street think tanks in UK. Close links to Murdoch and other news owners. And Samantha Markle, she's looking for attention, right? This is probably how the interview came about. So she says, so Meg's never worked for the United States Embassy after college, like she told Rachel Ratio. Dad paid for a 5-week study program in Buenos Aires, and our uncle, Mike Markle, who worked for and retired from the State Department, threw in a letter of recommendation, even though anyone who could afford it could attend. He only met her once when she was very small baby and really did it as a favor to Dad. He did not even get an invite to the wedding. Why was that? She did not get grants or scholarships. Dad paid for everything always. So she's still bitter that she lost the court case against Meghan. And when she did this tweet, she then tagged Tucker Carlson, Dan Wooten, Oprah, Perez Hilton, Netflix. And guess who answered? Dan Wooten. Wow. But even that was not enough to take the heat off Kate. See? I know that all that discussion about the case with Samantha Markle and Dan Wootton, that was Dan Wootton trying to help distract as he had been doing when he was with GB News. But that wasn't even enough to take the heat off Kate. Because as soon as people saw that post on Twitter, they looked at it, had a little conversation about it, and the attention swung right back to the latest fake photo. In the meantime, Twitter added the community notes again to the royal family's account, confirming that the photograph had been altered and therefore was not a true representation of the fact. Ooh, I don't even know if I can explain how stressful it is seeing how much lies the royal family have told regarding the photographs that they have presented to the public as is. Again, they tried to divert attention away from all of this that was happening. So what did they do next? Somehow the rumor started to spread that King Charles III had passed away. And then Vulture, which is like a social media news outlet, had to post and say King Charles III did not pass away on St. Patrick's Day, despite reports and hopes to the contrary. He is instead alive. Okay. And I thought to myself, well, how did this even happen? Then I found the originating tweet, which might have inspired people to spread that rumor. It was by George Galloway, the MP, who posted something from Insider Paper, where they said, according to reports, BBC Events Production Unit has been notified to keep an eye out for a major announcement from the royal family in the wake of current health crisis. So I have been refreshing my browser, waiting for this big announcement to come in, and nothing has come in. Nothing. But I think everyone was anticipating that they were going to be announcing that the king had passed, and that's why the rumor started to spread. And then everyone's annoying little brother, and by saying that, I'm not even trying to reduce the impact of what Russia has been doing in the world so far, but it just seems like they just annoy everyone. So look at this headline where they said King Charles has not passed away. Ukraine's British embassy issues furious denial after Russian media shared fake Buckingham Palace statement claiming monarch passed away unexpectedly yesterday afternoon. Question is, why was Russia trying to do that? Anyway, I don't know. I've given it some thought and I can't understand why Russia wants to get involved in that way. But does anyone know in the comment section? Does anyone know? And for people who are listening, if you're struggling to leave a comment, it's probably because I've put on the subscriber spray as was recommended in my last live. So only people who are subscribers can leave comments in the chat because I was getting a lot of trolls. So only people who are actual subscribers can leave their comments in the chat. But anyway, King Charles, being the expert at this game, quickly produced this video to shut it down. But even this video was kind of problematic because the community notes says that this video is footage from an engagement on the 21st of August 2023. So why did they release this video as proof of life? And just because it was such a dud, I decided that I would not even share this video at all. Anyway, when they saw that the attention was not leaving Kate anytime soon, Then their supporters started to cry and say everyone, including royals, is entitled to privacy. The criticism of intrusive speculation about Kate is justified. The side swipe at Harry undermines both that message and its intent. How can you be asking for privacy for Kate and at the same time keep intruding on Harry and Meghan's privacy? How can you be asking for kindness for Kate when you keep on undermining Harry and Meghan in the media? So Dennis Welch, I love her. She has been consistent in her support of Harry and Meghan. So Jemima, for some reason, thought it was wise to say, I fear that all the Kate and William jokes on social media, especially the Stephen Colbert material, are going to seem cruel and regrettable with hindsight. And Piers Morgan said this, pointing downwards to her comment. And Dennis Welch said, wow, this is after years of abuse hurled at Meghan. Absolute hypocrite. I guess that means that they are not friends. Oh, dear. Marsha, what did you say? Chuck is sicker than we know. He has been for a while. They know how long he has. We'll see if he lasts the year. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? Thank you. So William, bless him, doesn't seem to know his left from his right. I don't even know whether he knows his up from his down at this point. Kept on. I think they keep telling him, keep going in the wrong direction. At some point, you will get to the right destination. Because a message from his pals at page 6, a Murdoch outlet, nonetheless, they attempted to compare the criticism William and Kate are getting to what Diana experienced. But I tell you what, no one was having it. Absolutely no one. And nonetheless, not even his uncle, Charles Spencer, was having it. Did you guys hear about this interview? Let me play a few seconds of it for you, where he was interviewed by Lauren Kussenberger. I think that's her name.
Driven by paparazzi.
Listen to this.
If you look now in 2024 and how the paparazzi has sort of developed into this kind of online circus, this online free-for-all, do you think the dangers of that are perhaps more potent? And if we look at what's happening now around the current Princess of Wales, do you think the dangers of that online, almost sort of conspiracy world are more potent than the press intrusion that you have fought against?
No, I think it was more dangerous back in the day. I think, if I look back to 97 and Diana's death, I think that was so shocking to the circumstance of her death was so shocking that it did make the industry that supports the paparazzi really consider more carefully what it could and couldn't do. Not because they had a moral judgment, but because it was unacceptable to the public.
So this kind of made me feel like William is not even on good terms with the Spencer side of his family, because can you see they're in direct contradiction to what each other are saying. William is trying to compare Kate's narrative in the media to what his mother experienced, and then his uncle said, nope. No, absolutely not. That video, I didn't play all of it, is on my Instagram account. If you want to watch all of it, you can check the link to my Instagram account is at the top of the chat. Scroll through and go over and have a look at it. You may want to do that now, or you can do it later, whatever your choice is. But we still got a bit to get through. So I will continue. And then just randomly, The Independent threw out this headline: Kate Middleton is living a nightmare. It's time to end the monarchy. From where to where? From where? That's like jumping from 0 to 2 million in one leap. How does that happen? Because she's experiencing some media backlash, and then all of a sudden it is now time to end the monarchy. It's like they were trying to shut the public up. And I will tell you my thoughts about this towards the end of this live stream. Or rather, let me even just say it now. It just seems to me that they really believe they've drank their own Kool-Aid. They really believed it when they were being indoctrinated and told that the British Empire still exists and they have so much power and control all over the world. And this situation is happening, and they're realizing that actually, no, not really. The UK really is now just the island of England, Wales, and Ireland. That's it. They don't have control over any other part of the world. Oh, good night, Prudence. Thank you for being with us. I'll see you again next time. Right? So now they're finding out that they are small potatoes and no one takes them seriously. Then it seems like they're going to come up with an inferiority complex very soon. And I don't know if that will make them more humble, but we'll see. And then the Telegraph continued the discourse. It says, if our monarchy ever ends, it won't be because of republicanism. The royal family will simply have had enough. Like they're trying to scare people to stop talking. It's so infantile. It's like they're talking to children. Stop talking, otherwise I'm going to go away. It's just like they're having a tantrum. Anyway, I thought I would break this discourse up by introducing some of the achievements which are kind of going unnoticed because the news about these fake Kate gates is so loud that it's kind of overshadowing what Harry and Meghan are doing, because in the midst of this, they're still accomplishing stuff. And one of the things that happened was that Harry won the inaugural Choice Recognition Award at the Audio Publishers Association. And they said each year, the Audio Publishers Association excellence in audiobooks across multiple categories and genres. And this year, PRH Audio scored top wins for Audiobook of the Year, Best Fiction Narrator, Personal Business Development, and earned an inaugural choice recognition. So Prince Harry has won another award while all of this was happening, which I think is great. Okay, fantastic. So another bit of good news, well, not good news, but at least pleasant, that we saw Barack Obama in the UK, which is great. I miss him, even though he's not a British person, but I miss him in the White House, though Joe Biden is also doing a great job keeping America calm. And it's quite clear by the steps that he takes that you've got someone who is trying to do right by Americans in the White House. But I think it's okay to say that I still miss Barack Obama being there. He just had a swag about him. And he appeared in the UK, and even the British people find him exciting. He's got the same star quality, I think, as Harry and Meghan. Anytime he goes somewhere, people just get excited that he's there. And so he was seen in front of Downing Street, which is the UK White House. And someone said Barack Obama has arrived in the UK to find Kate Middleton. Oh dear. And of course, everyone wants to know what they were talking about. So, and another person said, I'm so intrigued. They sent for Barack Obama to find Kate Middleton. And this much speculation just makes you wonder. This much speculation makes you wonder, right? Whether they sent for Barack Obama to talk to Harry, because that time that Harry came to the UK to see King Charles, they might have asked him to be regent, and he said, nope, 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 nopity, nope. And so they thought, okay, let's see whether we can bring William out of the cupboard and whether he would be useful. But every single thing William has put his hand to do since then has been a failure. So now it's possible that they might have sent for Barack Obama to say, please, can you talk to him? Because something needs to be done and we have no one. They literally do not have anyone. But I don't know whether they can meet Harry's terms. That's the thing. They can't meet his terms. In order to do that, they would lose a lot of face. Although William and Kate have embarrassed the country with their shenanigans, but in order for them to get to a place where Harry would agree to come back to do anything for the royal family, they would need to lose a lot of face. And I don't know whether they would be willing to pay the price to get Harry back in town. Because as they have discovered, anything to do with Harry has to include Meghan. So, of course, with that, you've got the news about Harry and Meghan being downgraded on the royal family's website. And then the media were so happily reporting on it. The Duke and Duchess have been quietly removed from part of the royal website and now have their own combined separate section. Harry and Meghan ceased to be working members of the royal family 4 years ago. Okay. And for people who are looking between the lines to understand the chess moves that are being made behind the scenes, we've got Meredith, one of my favorite Sussex friendly content creators, who said, yo, they combined the Sussex page, but I'm sure this is a relief to take some of the focus off the debacle of the KP Comms team and anticipate dozens of hard-hitting think pieces about this from every outlet over the next 48 hours. But then, to me, it wasn't even what everyone was saying that it was. To me, it wasn't even a downgrade. Remember that when the Sussexes launched their new website, which they did not launch with any fanfare. They just did it and people noticed, right? Everyone and his British cat was complaining that the website was them trying to leverage their royal status. They want to hold on to their royal status, this, that, and the third. Well, it turns out that the royal family have linked Harry and Meghan's page on the royal family's page to Harry and Meghan's website. And this sent the Derangers into a rage. Look at this one saying royal family breaking the law by promoting, endorsing a commercial website of 2 former employees. How can this even be? Worse, it's misleading. Why is UK Parliament allowing this to happen? What's next? Meghan Markle posting her IG account there. Stop this. Oh, dear. Anyway, the more balanced reports on Harry and Meghan's achievements are from Vogue magazine this week, who have been 10 toes deep into what's going on. And they have said they have a new website, a podcast deal, and some newfound rumors that Prince Harry is up for taking a temporary role within the royal family. Could this be a new era for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? But I take the tack that King Charles has seen that it is useless to keep on trying to disparage Harry and Meghan in public. He has seen how trying to do that is making them look more and more foolish. So the only thing he can do is what he has done, which is to bring them under the royal family umbrella, which is what they should have done in the first place. And it wouldn't have led to all of this. So I see it as King Charles actually supporting Harry and Meghan, which if he had done even this much before Harry and Meghan stepped back, maybe they wouldn't have even stepped away from their roles as senior members of the royal family. But you can see how not doing that is making them look. It's making them look stupid. It's making them look like they don't have good advisors. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan have not done any fraudulent thing, no matter how much they accuse them of trying to be fraudulent. Anyway, so with all of that going on, I think what's happening is that William is desperately working behind the scenes to divert attention away from himself. So what you have is him calling on everyone with any kind of issue at all to say something. Say something. Okay, do this and do that. So he's probably gone to Rose Hambury to say something. So she broke her silence through her lawyers and she told Business Insider that the rumors that she had had an affair with the Prince of Wales were completely false. Who believes her? Please put your hands up in the comment section. Who believes Kate? Was that a Freudian slip? I don't know. But who believes Rose? Who believes that she has not had an affair with William as she is claiming? Okay. Anyway, remember the Diana Award? So you had the Derangers coming online to say, see, William is super popular in the UK. And this was posted on the Telegraph, okay? And it says she would have been honored. Princess Diana giving tribute by Prince William at awards event. And then they're pointing to the number of views of people who watched it online. And he says, see, William is super popular, 6,100 views. And the Sussex court said, shh. Protecting My Mother's Legacy, Harry's tribute to Diana Award winners, 16,000 views. This is despite the fact that they tried to make him to reduce him. Do you see the way they referred to Harry here? Look at this. Princess Diana given tribute by Prince William. And then when it comes to Harry, Harry's tribute to Diana Award winners. Right. Anyway, I just chose that photograph of, sorry, the article on the left just because it was funny to me. But actually, this was supposed to be Royal Nika defending Kate on a show where she was standing up for Kate's right to privacy. And on the right, you've got Prince William saying, you know, he's desperately trying to get us to focus on something else. He's throwing everything at the wall, hoping something is going to stick. Well, okay, his face is distracting me. He's changing. And I wonder whether this is like, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist entirely, should I say, but it's almost like he's having a reptilian change because he's completely changing from how he used to look when he was younger. He's completely changed. He's completely changed. He does not look like himself at all. Anyway, since they want us to move on, let's move on. Let's look at what our girl is doing. Okay. So on Meghan's side, they said Meghan's new lifestyle brand will reflect everything she loves, source says. See, this is why I love American reporting. They're so factual, just neutral, report the facts and they just move on. And then the New York Magazine, Meghan Markle reportedly thinks the name American Riviera Orchard is perfect for her new lifestyle brand. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? That sounds like it's a bit sarcastic to me. And considering that it's coming from the cut, I am not surprised. Okay. And then going to the Instagram page, the update on that one is that it's up to 544,000 followers at the moment. And you know, the British media have tried to look for everything to slam Meghan with. They can't. Look at this article, which says philanthropist Meghan Markle slammed for launching luxury brand that won't resonate with the public. The question is, are they dumb? Even the question, even the headline doesn't even the headline doesn't make sense. Philanthropist, obviously wealthy person, slammed for launching luxury brands. That's trying to do a business to sell things to people of her level, should I say, that can afford what she is selling, won't resonate with the public. Well, the majority of the public are not as wealthy or in the same wealth group wealth band as Meghan. So she's not, obviously everybody in the world is not Meghan's target market. But do you notice how they use Meghan's the photograph of when she was at her worst on this article? This is British media reporting for you. And when that didn't work, guess what? Let's get the loudest, most obnoxious person into the group chat. Ta-da! Trump. Trump's feud with Harry and Meghan in full as former president threatens to deport Prince when he becomes president. Trump has so many problems. It's quite interesting to see he has made deporting Prince Harry one of his problems. And then he wonders why he's having so many problems. Oh, before I move on to this story, let me look at the comments. Okay. Lottie says, no, sorry, Prudence, his heart is way too ugly, Isabella, and it takes away his looks. Yikes. Of course. I just heard William told Kate he was still seeing Rose and the Rose was pregnant. They said that Kate went into a deep depression. It's so bad she won't snap out. I would not be surprised. She has spent how many years with that man now? And she has probably realized that despite selling her soul to him, it still wasn't enough. And okay, that's not for me. So Trump. Okay, let's continue. Well, since we're talking about Harry's immigration status, this is the update on the case. Okay, so the last time the judge ordered the Department of Homeland Security to submit a declaration that details with particularity the records it is withholding and the particular harm that would arise from public disclosure of them. Okay, so it seems like DHS has requested more time to comply with the court order. So that's where we are with that case at the moment. And the application for an extension of time to comply with the court order was granted. See, it is hereby ordered that the motion is granted. And we're expecting that they should comply with that order before the 4th of April. And Marshall says, Trump has no feud with H&M. He should worry more about Jack Smith, Fannie Williams, Letitia James, and others. 91 charges against that loser. No, he has no feud with Harry and Meghan. I don't know how he's able to continue to run for president with that many charges against him. How is he able to do that? Anyway, I thought I should share this article with you. It's really funny, so bear with, okay? So, a British writer penned the best description of Donald Trump I have ever read, and me too. Why do some British people not like Donald Trump? A few things spring to mind. Trump lacks certain qualities which the British traditionally esteem. I think when they say the British, I think they're talking about the rest of the British public. That does not include the royals, okay? So, for instance, he has no class, no charm, no coolness, no credibility, no compassion, no wit, no warmth, no wisdom, no subtlety, no sensitivity, no self-awareness, no humility, no honor, and no grace. All qualities, funny enough, with which his predecessor, Mr. Obama, was generously blessed. So for us, the stark contrast does rather throw Trump's limitation into embarrassingly sharp relief. Plus, we like a laugh, and while Trump may be laughable, he has never once said anything wry, witty, or even faintly amusing. Not once ever. I don't say that rhetorically, I mean it quite literally. Not once ever. And that fact is particularly disturbing to the British sensibility. For us to lack humor is almost inhuman. But with Trump, it's a fact. He doesn't even seem to understand what a joke is. His idea of a joke is a crass comment, an illiterate insult, a casual act of cruelty. Trump is a troll. And like all trolls, he is never funny, he is never laughs, he only crows or jeers. And scarily, he doesn't just talk in crude, witless insults. He actually thinks in them. His mind is like a simple bot-like algorithmic jelly of prejudice and knee-jerk nastiness. And worse, he is that most unforgivable of all things to the British, a bully. That is, except when he is among bullies. Then he suddenly transforms into a sniveling sidekick instead. There are unspoken rules to this stuff. the Queensberry's rules of basic decency, and he breaks them all. He punches downwards, which a gentleman should, would, could never do, and every blow he aims is below the belt. He particularly likes to kick the vulnerable or voiceless, and he kicks them when they're down. So the fact that a significant minority, perhaps a third of America, look at what he does, listen to what he says, and then think, yeah, he seems like my kind of guy, is a matter of some confusion and no little distress to decent British people. I have altered that to say decent British people because they have a lot of the same kind of human beings in the UK. Given that Americans are supposed to be nicer than us and mostly are, you don't need a particularly keen eye for detail to spot a few flaws in the man. This last point is what especially confuses and dismays British people and many other people too. His faults seem pretty bloody hard to miss. After all, it's impossible to read a single tweet or hear him speak a sentence or two without staring deep into the abyss. He turns being artless into an art form. He is a Picasso of pettiness, a Shakespeare of doo-doo. Even his flaws have flaws ad infinitum. This last point, okay, God knows there have always been stupid people in the world and plenty of nasty people too, but rarely has stupidity been so nasty or nastiness been so stupid. He makes Nixon look trustworthy and George W. look smart. In fact, if Frankenstein decided to make a monster assembled entirely from human flaws, he would make a Trump. And a remorseful Dr. Frankenstein would clutch out big clumps of hair and scream in anguish, "My God, what have I created?" If being a twat was a TV show, Trump would be the boxed set. I saw this and I couldn't resist. It was a brilliantly written burn. Burn. Oh my God. That was a serious burn. That Let me read your comments. So, Twingy Twango says Trump's downfall began the day he decided to launch an attack on Barack with lies about his place of birth. Yep, that is single handedly what brought him to this place because his hatred of having a black, I'm going to say black president because that wasn't completed. Little Max says that was so funny. He spent 2 days complaining about Kimmel. He threw a tantrum after Jimmy Kimmel monologues, slicing him up. He was incandescent with rage. Him and his younger brother here in the UK love to be incandescent. Reba says, people died because of Trump's inept handling of COVID. I lost my mother-in-law. He is a traitor, fraud, and liar. I really cannot stand him. Okay. Little Mark, the article was perfect, wasn't it? It describes Trump perfectly. Perfectly. Thumbs up to that writer, Prudence says. Right. Okay. Let's move on. I have just a few more slides to go and we'll be done. Okay, so as bad as Trump's discussion, them trying to bring Trump into the scene was, it still didn't take the attention away from Kate. Look at this. This is what was going on Twitter. These are all the faces of Kate we have seen since her absence was announced. This is the first Kate. Which one is the first Kate? This is the first Kate. This is the second one, and this is the third one. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? Kate Middleton before March 18th. Kate Middleton on March 18th. Okay. Even New York City sanitation got into it. Kate's been found. She's putting her trash out in bins. Be like Kate. And somebody found Kate with William. And you had this. Where's Kate now? Okay. All of this was fun and games. Okay. All of this was fun and games until I saw the article which said that the BBC, where is it? Let me just look for, yep, the BBC reporter says woman photographed with William was Kate's lookalike. Really? I was in shock, in disbelief. And I'm going to show you the article in just a second. Right. So I'm just going to share my screen because eventually we got to the point where the only relevant question to ask was, okay, with all the theories, we hear the theories, we understand the reason for the theories, but where is Kate? This is the point. Where is she? We're asking, we're making fun, but people became genuinely concerned and have now become even more concerned. So I'm just gonna share the screen with you now for you to see this article. Okay. Which says BBC reporter says woman photographed with Prince William was Kate lookalike. And she says a BBC, the princess whose absence from public life while she has been recovering from surgery has sparked a flurry of bizarre conspiracy theories, was pictured visiting the Windsor farm shop on Saturday. Videos and photographs emerged on Monday night capturing the 42-year-old alongside the Prince of Wales on a shopping trip close to her Adelaide cottage home. It follows weeks of speculation with a series of conspiracy theories about the princess's health spreading across social media, among them that the woman identified as the princess is an actress or lookalike. Sonia McLaughlin, the BBC's rugby specialist, echoed this theory online, suggesting that the individual seen shopping alongside Prince William was not his wife, but a double. She also suggested that Prince William could have been replaced by an actor. Did you guys hear that? Prince William could have been replaced by an actor. She said, it's so obviously not Kate. Some newspapers are reporting it as fact, but it's not her. No conspiracy theories, but all very odd. Okay? So they also mentioned Christopher Boozy, who said, they said, Mr. Boozy said Kate looked markedly different from the leaked paparazzi picture published by American sites earlier this month, claiming she looked younger, slimmer, taller, and faster. He added, "We were told Kate was recovering and would resume her royal duties shortly. Yet, in the recent photos, she is holding a bag and moving briskly. If she's capable of such activity, why isn't she back to fulfilling her royal duties yet?" Exactly. Anyway, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Oh, wow. Just pull up your comments. I don't think that was William. I've never seen him wear a cap. I think both of those people were imposters. Sussex Love says, "Well, duh, clearly not her unless she changed her height, got an ear enhancement and her dimples removed, and a facelift and a peppy walk, which she never walks with that much pep. Truly, I've never seen her move fast before, ever." I'm afraid that Kate is no longer with us, which might be why her children have also disappeared from the public eye. Three faces of Kate. There was. I toned it down for the video because of YouTube. They paid them two people very good money to pose as Kate and William, but I think so as well. It's either that or it's a PR strategy that went all the way wrong. All the way wrong. They attempted to, they had positioned themselves to copy everything Harry and Meghan were doing. And one of the things that Harry and Meghan were doing is that every now and then they would take a moment out of the public eye. They only come out when they have work to do. So I think they came up with this strategy to endear themselves to the public by saying that Kate had an operation, which is probably the reason why King Charles also announced his ailment on the same day to distract everyone from what was going on, and also to they were just basically making a play for public sympathy, but they handled it wrong. So now they're stuck. And then the mainstream media have also been exposed because it's quite clear that these things that the American media have discovered, they knew about. So they were complicit in the fraud that was being perpetrated by the royal family. See? If you're just joining us, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment in the comment section for my algorithm. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. Quite important. It helps the channel a lot. Yeah, I think that it was a PR strategy gone wrong. Now they have a problem. The problem they have is how do they dig themselves out of the hole that they've allowed themselves to get into? Yep. So Delia the Cat says, "I'm surprised some mainstream media outlets still took that sighting as fact," shaking my head. And Twango, that wasn't William either. It would mean William is part of the muck. All of this nonsense shows Harry and Meghan did the right thing by leaving. Yep, because they would have put all of this on Harry and Meghan wouldn't have been able to cope. Sorry. Marsha says, if Kitty doesn't show up after Easter, then my thoughts will return dark for her. I'll never feel sorry for her. I think she had a mental break and is in a padded. Oh, wow. Out of all the things I expected you to say, that was not it. So now they must be having crisis meeting after crisis meeting, because I think if they didn't think, like I thought, like I've been saying, they overstated their own importance. They've been drinking their own Kool-Aid. They really believe the nonsense. So now they're finding out they're not as important as they thought they were. They're not as powerful as they thought they were. And they really do need to do a bit more than just say, I'll tell you when I'm ready. Yeah, I guess so, but I may join in to look for Kate. Okay, so let's see. So, yeah, William is stuck at the moment. He can't get out of the hole he has dug himself into because he has made an utter and complete mess of it all. Oh, I didn't even realize. Thank you for being here, you guys, because Baron is on as well. So let me end this for people who probably want to listen to Baron as well, because I do myself. We're going on almost an hour and a half. I never want to be on at the same time as Baron. So meanwhile, Harry and Meghan, guys, just stay where you are. You're doing great. Don't want to see anything from you. Thank you so much for your service. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for being here today. And unless there is any breaking story, I will be back on Thursday. Okay? If you want to leave now to watch Baron, you can go ahead to do so. I will. Thank you so much for being here. William has fallen and he can't get up. I don't know whether it's me who has a dirty mind, but I'm telling you, where you sent my mind to is just, yeah, I need to get myself out of the gutter. Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone for being here. And I will be back on Thursday unless something breaks. Okay? This is Wheezy signing out. Okay? I'm going to play us out now.